I thought birthdays were supposed to be special, a celebration of life, love, and family. But on my wife Ayesha's 32nd birthday, I discovered the ugliest truth, and by the end of the night, I threw her out of my house and out of my life. Ayesha and I had been married for 7 years. We met when we were both struggling, me working 2 jobs and her finishing her degree. I thought we had built everything together, our home, our finances, and our trust. I was wrong. A week before her birthday, she started acting strangely, constantly on her phone, texting and giggling at odd hours. She'd changed her wardrobe completely, started dressing differently, and spending hours at the gym. When I asked, she laughed and said, "It's my birthday coming up, I want to look good for you." I believed her. I spent weeks planning her birthday, booked a table at her favorite rooftop restaurant, bought her an expensive necklace she'd been hinting at, even invited a few close friends and family to make it memorable. On the day of her birthday, she came downstairs in a stunning black dress, but instead of thanking me for planning the evening, she looked annoyed. "Can we skip the family thing this year?" she said, sipping her coffee. "I want to try something different tonight." "Different how?" I asked. She smirked, then leaned close and whispered in my ear, "It's my birthday. I want to try a new size." I froze. What the hell is that supposed to mean? She pulled back, smiled, and shrugged casually. "Don't be so uptight. Live a little." That was the moment I knew something was wrong. I stayed quiet, pretending to play along, but my instinct screamed at me. The moment she left to get her nails done, I checked her tablet. She'd forgotten to log out of her messages. What I found destroyed me. Explicit texts, pictures, conversations with someone saved under R, and then I saw the last message she sent him. "Tonight's the night. Hubby thinks we're going to dinner, but after that, you'll pick me up at the hotel. Can't wait to try the new size you promised." My blood boiled, but I didn't confront her. Not yet. If she wanted to play games, I'd make sure she lost. I called the restaurant, canceled the reservation, and instead booked a private lounge at a nearby rooftop. I also called her family, her friends, and mine. Told them I wanted to surprise her with something big. Then I called the hotel she was planning to go to and booked the room next door. That night, Ayesha got dressed like a queen. She hugged me, kissed me, and acted as if nothing was wrong. She didn't know that I knew everything. At dinner, she was distracted, constantly checking her phone under the table. Every few minutes, a small smile would creep onto her face. I clenched my fists under the table but kept my voice calm. When dessert came, I stood up and said, "Everyone, I've prepared a special gift for my wife." I handed her a small, beautifully wrapped box. Inside wasn't jewelry, though. It was a printed copy of her chat history with R. The moment she opened it, her face turned pale. Her hands trembled. "What? What is this?" she stammered. "This," I said, my voice loud enough for everyone to hear, "is proof that my wife, on her birthday, planned to celebrate with another man after this dinner, and that man is her co-worker, Raza." Gasps filled the room. Her friends stared at her in shock. Her parents were frozen. Ayesha tried to speak, but I held up my hand. "Save it. I already booked a room at the same hotel you were planning to go to. Guess what? I installed a hidden camera next door." I held up my phone and pressed play. On. The screen was a live feed of Raza sitting on the bed in room 412, waiting. The room went silent. "You wanted a new size, right? Well, happy birthday." Ayesha broke down, begging me to stop. Her father stood up and slapped the table so hard, the glasses shook. "You embarrassed us all," he yelled at her. I calmly placed divorce papers on the table. "I won't be your backup plan anymore. Pack your things tonight. You're done here." She collapsed, crying and begging for another chance. Raza, realizing what happened, called her phone repeatedly, but I picked up and said, "Check your inbox. HR will be contacting you tomorrow. Both of you are done at your company." The next day, I forwarded their messages and video evidence to her boss. They were both fired immediately. I froze her accounts, revoked her access to our home, and filed for divorce citing adultery. Ayesha tried everything, threatening, crying, involving her mother, even showing up at my office. But I didn't budge. I'd spent 7 years building a life for us, and she wanted to throw it away for one night of trying a new size. Her family cut her off. Her friends abandoned her. Raza blocked her number and disappeared. She moved into a cheap apartment on the edge of town, and from what I hear, she's struggling. As for me, I kept the house, got full control of our finances, and started focusing on myself again. Her betrayal broke me, but my revenge rebuilt me. And every time I pass by that rooftop where we had our last birthday dinner, I remember the night I took my life back.